Section 2.8 talks about two variable inequalities. So a couple things I want to highlight. If you have greater than or less than, you'll graph with a dotted line. If you have greater than or equal to and less than or equal to, you'll graph with a solid line. So this first one is in basic y equals mx plus b form. This is my y-intercept, so at 2, I'm going to draw a dot. Then I'm going to go up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, and I'm going to draw a dotted line through those points. Now we have to shade, and what I like to do is I always like to draw a stick figure furthest to the left. If it's greater than, you shade his head. If it's less than, you shade under his feet. Since this says y is greater than, I'm going to shade everything in this region. You're also going to see problems that look like this. They're going to give you an inequality, and they're going to say, is this ordered pair a solution to this equation? So here's x, here's y. I'm going to plug it in. 2 times x plus y, is that greater than 2? Is 1 plus 0 greater than 2? Is 1 greater than 2? And the answer is no. Another way you could do this is you could graph it and check the point. So if I take 2x plus y is greater than 2, I have to isolate y. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I have y is greater than negative 2x plus 2. If I was to graph this, I would start at 2 with a dot, and I would go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, and I would have a dotted line through this. Stick figure furthest to the left, and y is greater than, shades there. So 1/2 comma 0 is this point right there, and that does not fall in the shaded area. So here's a problem. And the first thing we're going to have to do is we have to isolate the y. And these down here are really bad drawings of choices that you had. So to isolate this, the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 4 to both sides. So I have negative y is less than or equal to the absolute value of 2x plus 5 minus 4. The next step, I'm going to divide by negative 1. When I divide by a negative, I flip my inequality and I get negative 2x plus 5 plus 4. Now truly I can do process of elimination of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the inequality. There's a line underneath, so it can't be b and it can't be c because these are dotted lines. The other piece, it has a negative sign right there. So a negative sign, well, let's not even skip to that. Let's go ahead and let's come to this piece. This is my y-intercept, plus 4. This one is minus something. Another way to do this, if you have a graphing calculator, you can press your y equals button. So you still need this piece right here. But y equals, you can press the negative, so underneath the 3. Then press your math function on the left, scroll over to NUM, numbers, NUM, and then option number 1 is absolute value, so you press that ABS, and then you press 2x plus 5, and then scroll over and put the plus 4, and when you hit graph, you will get the absolute value. Now, not the shading, but we can shade if you have questions about how to do that.